Hey everybody, I'm Rob, this is Dashboard, and in this video I'm going to make a very big desktop. It's about 113 inches long or 287 centimeters and about that deep. So I bought these boards 11 feet long each because that's what was available, and I didn't have a truck to get them back here to Dashboard headquarters. So I had to cut them down into 3 sections each to get them into the vehicle. On one of them I made a mistake, so I have to sort of stitch some things back together to make that one into what it needs to be. But essentially this desktop cannot be transported at its final length to where it needs to go, or put into the house where it's going to live. So I'm going to make this in 3 sections of 2 lengths and then 1 other length. And they will be able to be carried in separately and attached, not necessarily permanently, just so that if there's a future move from this household to another, it can be then taken apart again and got taken out of the house with the same ease. So that's what we're going to do. And this will be an unusual thing. And I'll hope for the best. Start again. Okay, so I've reconstituted each of the 3 pieces with some tape, as you saw, into a relatively close approximation of what it was before I cut them apart for transport, just so that I could rip a straight line on one edge of each of the 3 pieces. So I'd have sort of a baseline for the next steps in machining. That edge is on my side right now. This is the one where I made the mistake when I was cutting it apart originally. So the center section is meant to be this long, and then the end sections are equal but shorter. So I made a mistake and I cut it right in the center. So I need to put these 2 pieces back together, and I know I'm going to lose a little bit of continuity in the grain, but that's going to happen on all these joints anyway. It's not going to be very noticeable, just because none of these was straight when I cut them apart, because they're just rough sawn edges, and they'll have to be squared up anyway, but it's not too bad. So what I need to do with this one is I'm going to cut it here and then put these 2 smaller pieces back together in the middle, and then I'll have the same as the other boards. So let's see how that goes. Okay, this is where I need to make a joint, and as I said before, because neither of these cuts is square to anything, because it was done when the pieces were had rough edges. I'm going to take a little bit off each side before I put them together, since I already have 1 straight edge on the back. I wanted to put them together, sort of splitting the kerf of the saw, so that I kind of have a perfect saw blade going right between a little bit of each one of them. I thought it would match really well that way, but they're just out of square enough that I can't contact both all the way across the width. So I'll do one on this side, one on that side, and I should get the same effect. All right, so the cuts went well. The both pieces are nice and square. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to put these back together, and I think it's going to be really clean. And as I said, once the three distinct sections of the bench top are glued up widthwise, I will flatten and then plane them, and I think it'll pretty much disappear. So I think that should be good for the next step. Okay, so just to review, I bought 3 boards that were 11 feet long. Each of them was a different width. So I've cut them into 3 sections because I need 3 distinct pieces for this desktop. I cut a straight line on each one of the boards. Now, I've also jointed that original straight edge just because I wanted to make sure it was as square as possible to each face. Because in the original rip, they weren't necessarily square because each piece was a little bit warped. Now I have that one straight square clean edge, and I have set the parallel guides with the rip gauge to the minimum width, or a little bit less, of each of those 3 boards. So now I'm going to rip them all to a uniform width, and then I'll be able to glue up the 3 sections.